Hey, Butterfly Poet here, and it's a good day so far. There's blocks and puzzle pieces and Doc McStuffins in the background. So, I wanted to share a bit with you and talk about what I mean by some statistics, some chances, and mainly uncertainty. I want to give a little bit more insight and clarification to me and my journey and how it applies to me. There are lots of statistics and odds that come into play with IVF. And I want to make things clear in as much as where I am in my phase and just a little bit more education on and awareness itself. I want to stay as positive as possible. I want to stay as informative as possible. And sharing this journey and being open and transparent is one thing. But to help someone and be informative is also a great thing. And a lot of people are getting a lot from this, whether they're deciding to do it for themselves or figuring out that it's not something that they can really do or put themselves through. When I started IVF in January with Vios Fertility Institute, I picked an RE, reproductive endocrinologist, who could take on my case. Being 45, 44 at the time, approaching menopause, single, unmarried, wanting to have children, plural, and motivated enough to not let statistics keep me from their rotation. There are some facilities that won't be bothered with you if they don't feel like you're going to keep their numbers up. I didn't want to feel like a number, a case, a dollar sign. I wanted someone who could trust me and trust my body and go for it. So, when I had blood work done in the very beginning, I was told that my egg reserve was zero point 0.2. That is less than 1. Way less than 1. Not 0.5, not even half of 1. 0.2. So, that's very low, which put my percentages and my chance of getting pregnant at 5%. Not 50%, not half and half, not 75%, not even 20%. 5%. I understood that and I was clear, and my thinking was it just takes one egg to get pregnant. But I would need more. I would need more eggs, more embryos. I don't just need one. Okay, let me make that clear. Because of the uncertainty. Uncertainty meaning at every point and at every turn, something could go wrong, something could not be working in alignment together. There could be one component that's great and another component that's not. The body is a moving, multifunctional part, and everything has to play a role in it. From the way I was eating to how much weight I'm carrying, how hard my body is working to make something happen. I'm hearing some noises. It's storming outside, so I want to go and check this noise and make sure that nothing's wrong, but I want to keep talking. Please remain seated. I don't need you to do anything for me. Just sit down, play with your toys, play with your puzzle pieces. I got it. Thank you for your help, hon. Yeah, I heard it. I'm going to go check it, but I want you to stay seated. So, with these things, with these ideas and with these facts, with not knowing what my body was going to do, with not being sure of how my body would respond to hormones, is where there are layers of uncertainty. I'm adjusting my selfie stick here. So, 5% chances, because I'm 44 at this time. Other things that play into it, it has to do with each age group. Now, if I was 42, that would have bumped my chances. Strange things going on. That would have bumped my chances to about 11%. So, uncertainty is just uncertainty. It doesn't mean negativity. You know, I'm a huge believer in my dreams. I'm a huge believer in what I can accomplish. I'm a huge believer in just myself. And that's why when my reproductive endocrinologist told me to stop, I said, no, I'm not stopping. So everyone was shocked and surprised and happy for me when I got those 2 eggs. I was happy for myself. Now, what can these eggs do? So they both looked great as eggs and as embryos. The lab tech was very satisfied and impressed. My RE was impressed. And, our clothes are still wet. We got caught in the rain earlier. So, she said that my embryos looked better than some 30-year-olds, which was a great compliment. So, thank you for the hug. So, jumping a little bit forward. Uncertainty is the reason why I wasn't just so instantly relieved that I still had 1 embryo left. When I lost that embryo baby on Friday, I was angry and I was devastated and I was sad. Being told, but you still have 1, it only takes 1, you still have 1, you only need 1, you only need 1. I didn't like that phrase because I do need more than 1 because my chances are so low. I'm already working with 5%. So I need all the eggs and embryos that I can get. Having 1 left puts a lot of pressure on that 1 embryo baby. And at this point, I'm thinking, okay, do I hold off transfer and do another IVF to put more eggs on reserve and make embryo babies? You know, can my body take more IVF? If this embryo baby sticks and takes, that means if I wanted to have another baby, I couldn't do IVF for another year or more because I will have been pregnant. Can you keep it down just a little bit, Emma? Thanks, baby. Yeah, kind of like a phone call. Yeah. Could my body handle IVF in a month or 2? My insurance covers 3 more this year. It's a lot. It's a lot to consider. It's a lot to weigh. You know, how much can my body take? How much can my body stand? You know, I don't know what my RE would suggest, you know, in this case. So it only takes 1 to get pregnant, but I need more to make me feel comfortable in this scenario. Emma, no, baby, you're not on a phone call. I am somewhat on a phone call. Can you stop, please? Or you can go to the basement and take your phone call. Can you take your phone call in the basement? Thank you so much. She's on a phone call. Take your call in the basement. I want as many chances and as many odds as I can. So A laboratory miscarriage is no different than a physical miscarriage. I have not even really had a chance to grieve it or figure out if I want to grieve it, or do I need to just keep pressing and just keep my body in a zone to be ready for transfer. Will grieving it later help? Will it hit me? I'm not falling apart, you know. There is a lot of components to this, and a lot of layers. And it's not that it can't be done or it can't be accomplished. It's just that it's a lot to balance and juggle. When women are born, we're born with 2 million eggs. By the time you're in your 20s, you have 1 million eggs. By the time you hit your 30s to mid 30s, you're somewhere around 500,000 eggs. You lose eggs every month. Every time you have a cycle, you lose eggs. And if those eggs are not fertilized, they just leave the body. When I met my RE in January, she told me that one of my particular reproductive levels was in such a zone that my body was working hard to make follicles. Follicles is what you need. That's where the eggs are. She says your body is working really, really hard, and it should not be working that hard. Should I had been in a more of a fertile stage, if you will. So I knew going in, and it was clear going in. That does not take away the pain, the disappointment, the sadness, anything else. I would encourage anyone to give yourself a shot, give yourself a try. It's worth it to say that I tried than to sit back and wonder if I could have. I don't want to be defined by statistics and odds. I just want to be realistic. I can do anything that I put my mind to. Absolutely anything. Regardless of whatever could happen in life. I could be married and the marriage goes to shits. I could be having savings racked up and still not have enough money. I could have all my ducks in a row and go to cross the street and get hit by a car. One of them get hit by a car. Anything. If we waited, if we tried to make everything ideal, if we tried to get all our ducks in a row, we would really never cross the street. And we won't know how great we can be. And I want to define my greatness. I don't want anybody else to do that. Not the doctors, not acquaintances, not friends, not relatives. Nobody can define me but me. Nobody can change my mind but me. I can't live my life according to how shitty or rebellious of a kid I may have. That does not mean, oh, well, I'm not going to have a kid. I don't live my life that way. I don't look at things like that. I would never do anything if I thought about what it could be or what it could do. There's lots of things that I would have never done if I thought about the bad part of it, because life is going to happen anyway. I'm going to be 50 anyway. I'm going to be 55 anyway. I'd rather be 55 with a kid than to be 55 saying, oh no, I never had kids. Yeah, they told me it's too late now. Why would you do that? But I don't give a damn what nobody else say. I can't do that, and I'm not going to do that, and I don't want to do that. So I hope I've shed a little bit more light and a little bit more clarity about the uncertainty. Deep, ain't it, y'all?